Should I
Whether
call the second one?
no, I'm calling. I want to write the
1
question
over
out because of
2x
those that.
minus.
No, I mean the instruction. Check whether what or check if the equation satisfy y as or as a function of if the equation defines
Define y as a function of x. Decide whether the equation define y as a function of x. Okay, the first
are you
one,
saying first one?
I I minimized it.
What's the first?
X square plus y square equals to 4.
Okay, okay. Let's go.
Number two, okay, 1 over 2x minus 6y equals to minus 3. 1 over 2x minus 6y equals to 3. X square plus y equals to 4.
Is it equals 3?
Equals to 4.
Is it equals 3 or minus?
Minus 3.
The
Minus
second
3 is
one is
correct.
equals
X
3
square
or
plus minus 3 is correct. The last
okay, all
one.
right. All right,
The
all right.
last one.
So now everyone, is it
Y square equals to x square minus 1.
wait, let's just do this.
Okay.
Let's treat this thing. Let's treat this thing. So everyone, good evening once again. These are the questions we are going to. So I don't know. I think someone responded to a person that asked if like somebody that was asking about divide dx. The person wrote don't divide dx to z, and everything like that. So someone responded to that person and gave him the reply. And it's that we are doing this now. So I don't know if the person is here and it is not here. So what we are trying to do here, this is a very simple thing without even Abdullah. Abdullah. Function. Useless maths. So x squared plus y squared equals 4. We're taking this now. X squared plus y squared equals 4. One thing I believe is very, very simple. What that makes it very simple is what? It's very simple. Like, so once you see that y is squared, I'm telling you the truth now. Are you all hearing me? Please show me that you're hearing me. Okay, mute your mic. Now make it on. Mute your mic, please. Uh-huh. So x squared plus y squared equals the simple trick. I don't have to solve anything before I will tell you if this equation defines y as a function of x or not. This one now it doesn't. Without solving anything, and this one also does. And the last one she wanted to give, which I asked her not to give, was x squared plus y squared equals 1. This also doesn't. So now, why does it make it, or why doesn't it make it a function of x? The first thing I would like to do, I've treated this thing before, but let me try to let you understand again. This is when we talk about function. It's emerged from what we call mapping and function. Mapping and function. This is what we call the domain. Listen carefully. You don't know it's part of your homework. Domain. And this is the codomain or range. Are we noting them? So this is the domain and the codomain. The function,
yes, sir.
If is function f, if the function is f, and this is x, and this is y, look at the relationship between them. The connection is the function. Function is f. So if I have this to be a, and I have this to be 2, I have this to be b, and I have this to be 2, 3. I have this to be c, I have this to be 4. and they are done one-to-one mapping. One-to-one mapping means this one matches one, this one matches one, this one also matches one. Irrespective of the way they are matching it, C can go and match 2, A can go and match 4. It doesn't make. So F is the function. It might be G2. It might be G. The function might be G. It might be H. So now this is X, right? So I can say that the image, we call the object inside this code within the image. So the image of F of the function F of X, F of this X, F of X, this is the function F of X equals Y. Is there someone that got what I'm explaining right here? Show me and I'll show you. Function F of X is going to give me Y. That is F times X. So if look at it very well, function A is giving me what? What is the mirror of A? 2. So function F of A is giving me 2. This is what they are doing. Function F of B, this is originally where that thing originated from. That mapping, that function we are having. Now they will say F of X is this. So F of B is 3. F of C is what? 4. Please, I would like you to show with reaction if I'm getting me. I can't be doing this and you don't understand. That's a very big question.
I'm following.
Okay, so now let's rub this F off now and do it in a common way. Let's change it to sign. Now I'm going to change this to 30. I'm going to change A to 30. I'm going to change this to 0.5. Now look at what I'm doing very well. So I'm going to change this to 60 degrees. I'm going to change this to 45 degrees. So this is 0.5. This is 0.777. So 30 to this, 60 to this, and 45 to this. Shake down. So now the function is no more F. Function now is sine. The function sine of X. So sine of X is going to be Y. That means the function is function sine. So the graph of the sine function is like this. They call it a sinusoidal graph. Note that very well. It is like this, sinusoidal graph. That is the periodic. This is the periodic representation of waves and the lights. So longitudinal wave to be precise, the ones that moves in direction and perpendicular to that transverse wave too, and the normal oscillation. So oscillation, it explains it too. So definitely I can say sine. What is the thing? 30. So sine 30 is going to be equal to what is the image? The image is 0.5. So the function is function sine of 30. So if the sine is f, I can say f of, and this one is x, f of x equals 0.5. I'm not explaining it too much. Let me just stop it there. I don't know if one or two persons have captured one or two things. I don't know if one or two persons have captured one thing from it or another. So it's just to let you know the origin of what you just to let you know the origin of what you are doing. You're going to chase pieces. So let me tell you, once you have the very simple method, the trick I'm talking about is that once you have x squared plus y squared equals to 4, once you have that y is having a degree, a power that is more than 1, know that it can never be a function of x. Do you hear me, everyone? So definitely you can decide. Am I wrong? If the power is more than 1, believe me that it can be a function of this. So in some cases, let's see, like y cubed, x squared plus y cubed equals 4, and if it's okay, equals something, if y cubed equals -1, then y equals -1. So I can say say if it's equal to two, if it's equal to an even number. I'm sorry, the marker is now giving me enough time. I'm coming. I'm coming. I think it's your network, John. So x squared plus y squared equals 4. Go with the normal method now. We are going to make y the subject. What do? Y squared, for those of you that were not here before, that you don't have the idea, y squared equals 4 minus x squared. What do you do next? Very simple. Take square root of both sides. That is square root of y squared equals plus or minus square root of 4 minus x squared. We are going to introduce the plus or minus sign. 4 is plus or minus 2. It is important. Because minus 2 times minus 2 gives me plus. It gives me 4. And plus 2 times plus 2 gives me plus. So the square root of 4 is plus 2 or minus 2. Please mute your mic. That is plus or minus 2. So now the square root. Mute your mic, please.
Don't worry, it'll be okay.
Please mute your mic, Mr. So y equals plus or minus square root of Mr. Charles, 4 minus x squared. What I want to tell you is that y is equal to plus or minus 4 minus x squared. It means y is equal to plus square root of 4 minus x squared or minus square root of 4 minus x squared. You can see we have two values. I could see that some people were doing some evaluations like, let us input 1 to be the value of 4. You might not necessarily do that. What you just need to look is, this is plus 4 minus x squared plus root 4 minus x squared. This is minus root 4 minus x squared. You can see there are two different values. This is negative, this is positive. So far, y is having more than one value. So my conclusion is that since y has two values for a value of x, for one value of x, then the equation marker doesn't define y as a function of x. Doesn't define y as a function of x, because we have positive sort here, we have negative sort. There are two different values for y. So I'll simplify this with any value now. We'll get like plus something. Read it here, minus something. Those are two different answers. The two different answers means y has two answers for one value of x, which is not supposed to be. So as y is having two answers for one value of x, we say that y is not a function of x. Do you get that? Is there anyone that's getting that?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yes.
I'd like you to show.
I'm not getting it, sir. Please, can you
Yeah, I have a question, sir. So the question I have is that now you said it can be plus or minus, which is the final answer. But when we come across such in an OBJ to choose one, so which one are we to choose?
In an OBJ, definitely you didn't get me wrong. Please listen again, sir. You've gotten y equals to plus or minus square root of this. They are not asking you to get the value of anything. The question is decide whether y is a function of x or not. Decide.
Okay.
Just decide. So you are not getting any value. So far you are having two values of y now. You know y gives you plus this. Or
sure.
Just know that you're having two values. Now do your decision. What's the decision? Make it. That means y is not a function of x because y is having two answers. We'll do another one here now that y is having just an answer. We now see that the answer doesn't matter, but it is the one that we'll use to make our decision. That is, if y is having an answer, just one value, then that answer will make it a function of x. But if it's two values for one value of x, then it doesn't make it a function of x. Now let's do this. 1 over 2x minus 6y equals minus 3. So now let us rearrange. 1 over 2x from minus 3 to this place equals from minus 6y to this place becomes plus 6y. Right? We can multiply through by the LCM. I hope I'm not confusing anybody now. So multiplying through by the LCM gives me x plus 6 equals 18y. Hope I did not confuse anybody. Equals 18y. 12y. That's multiplying through by the LCM. The LCM is 2. So multiplying through by 2. 2 times 1x over 2. 2 cancels that 2. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 12, 6y. That's 12y. That's multiplying through by the LCM. So then, I have 12y equals this. Definitely, I can divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which is 12, and say 12y over 12 equals x plus 6 over 12. You can see 12 cancels 12. Then y equals x plus 6 over 12. There is no way I'll be having two values for y here, Mr. Ridwan. Y equals x plus 6 over 12. No two values of y because it's just a value. It is a positive value. It's just a positive value, everyone. Because it's just a positive value now, I will say that y is a function x. It's just one value. It's either a positive value or a negative value. Once it is either positive or negative together inside the value of y, once it is together, just know that that thing is not a function. So I have just one value now. I can say, let me say x is 1. 1 plus 6, that's 7 over 12. That's just the value, right? So y is a function of x. Actually, we are doing all this mathematics just to determine if y was a function of x or not. So with this now, so we can say that y is a function of x here because we have just a value. We don't have plus or minus something. That's the logic there. We don't have plus or minus something. We have it as y equals x plus 6 over 12, and thus it's a function of x. So I'll do my screenshot. All right. I think it's just a person that understood what's happening now. Another person, please show with reaction if you got what I explained. 4, 5 people out of 17, 16. So I will not even reply. Okay, I'm going to rub this up. To do the last two. Have x squared plus y equals 4. X squared plus y equals 4. To determine if y was a function of x or not, we make y the subject, that is y equals 4 minus x squared, right? This is done. So we don't have positive or negative. We don't have plus or minus. Since y is just equal to this, just believe me straight away that y has one value with a value of x. If x equals 1, then y is going to be 4 minus 1 squared, that is 3. Finish. But if it was plus or minus something, it will be plus 3 or minus 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, there are two answers like that. So two values of y makes y not to be a function of x, or just a value makes it to be a function of x. So now we decide that y is a function of x. Please, once I finish one example, if you got it right, just show with the reaction. I don't want to work in vain. It's time. It's really. Last one now is x squared plus y squared equals 1. I can say that this can never be a function of x here. So x squared plus y squared equals 1. Make y the subject of the formula. Y squared first equals 1 minus x squared, right? So what do? We take square root of both sides. That is y squared equals square root of 1 minus x squared. Just know that square cancels this. Plus or minus must be put before the square root. The surd must be preceded by a plus or minus. So y equals plus or minus square root of 1 minus x squared. That means y is equal to plus square root of 1 minus x squared or minus square root of 1 minus x squared. That means that we have two different values of Kinigungujo rubbish. Eh? So y equals plus square root of 1 minus x squared or square root minus square root of 1 minus x squared. So two different values of y makes y is what we treated several times before. X squared plus y squared equals 1. So make y squared the subject now. Y squared equals 1 minus x squared. So take square root of both sides. Square root of y squared equals plus or minus square root of this. So y equals plus or minus square root of this. And now y equals plus or minus. That means plus this or minus this. So plus this or minus this. It's either the answer is, if it is plus 1, is either it's plus 1 or minus 1. We can see that y is either equal to plus 1 or y is equal to minus 1. So y is having two different answers. Since y is having two different values, y is not a function of this. That is the deduction. That's what we are deducing from it. So y is not a function x. So that's established. Any question on that? Any question? Any question? No, it's just a person that will be here. Should we end the class? I hate this muting attitude, please.
No question.
Yeah, you talk fast. Once you ask questions, you guys will be asking. I will waste the time here. Nobody will ask questions, nobody will respond.
Sir,
Understand.
So I think someone said he doesn't get it well. So just look at this again. 1 over 2x minus 6y equals minus 3. To know if y is a function of x or not, make y the subject of the formula. How do you do that? 1 over 2x, bring this minus 3 towards this place, it becomes plus 3, equals from minus 6y to this place, it becomes plus 6y. So we've established that 1 over 2x plus 3 equals 6y. So multiply through by the LCM to eliminate the fraction. Cancel off fraction, multiply through by the LCM. That's 2 is the LCM, right? 2 times 1x over 2, that remains ordinary 1. 2 times 3, that is 6. 2 times 6, that is 12y. Since we are multiplying through by that 2, which is the LCM. So now, 12y equals x plus 6. Now divide both sides by the coefficient of that 12. The coefficient of that y. So 12y divided by 12 equals x plus 6 over 12. So y equals x plus 6 over 12. So now assume that y is 1, that x is 1. If x was 1 now, we're going to say 1 plus 6 over 12. That is 7 over 12. As we have the value of x, of y, to the 7 over 12, then it's just a value. Just a value. So one value means that y is a function x. So, Joy, please, the next question. Joy,
The next question is on limit. Is on limit. Should I call them out? So limit x to 2. How do they used to say this thing? limit x to 2,
Yes, to
x
3.
x square. How do they call this thing? Then x square.
Uh, it's
X
down.
squared.
Okay,
That's
Yes,
x,
the
for the
limit x
first
squared as
question.
x approaches 2. Okay. Now, this is the way they always call
Then
it.
the
They
next,
say, find the limit of x squared as it approaches 2. That's the way you dictate it. Well, you can say limit x to 2 for x squared. So
I
this is
didn't
very
hear
simple.
your last statement.
I said the best way to describe this or to dictate this is limit x squared as it approaches 2. So as x approaches 2, what is the limit of x squared? That's the limit. That's what I said. But the way you call it is also correct.
Okay.
Don't worry. So
Okay.
so I have limit x squared. So the x is 2, right? Very simple. Just do normal evaluation. Replacement, just take the value of x to represent x here. So that is what? 2 squared. That is 4. Done. That means this one is done. It is done.
The next
Go show.
one.
Okay.
Find the limit of x cube when x approaches -2.
Relative negative 2. Okay. X
Yes,
cube.
x cube.
So
Yes.
very simple. Just take the value of x as minus 2. That is minus 2 raised to the power of 3. Gives me minus 8. Please, are we together, everyone? Let me see with reaction. Are we together, everyone?
Yes, sir.
This. Listen, are you not getting it?
Yeah, please just come back
Yeah,
again. Yeah.
what did you say?
Just repeat the last explanation.
You can write down, sir.
All
I'm
right.
getting it.
So limit limit x cube. Find the limit of x cube as it approaches minus 2. Find the limit of x cube as it approaches minus 2. So what you're going to do is just normal, since you don't want to do it, not wasting your time. These are the theorems of limit, the laws of limit. It's just very simple. Just replace, we call it replacement theorem. Just replace that x by the limit given. What is the limit? Minus. So replace x by minus 2. The same thing we did here. Replace x by 2. That gives me x squared. 2 squared gives 4. Here means replace x by minus 2. So minus 2 raised to the power of 3. That's minus 2 cubed gives me minus 8. You can punch your calculator and press it. That's minus 8. So what's the next one? All right. Miss Joy, next one.
Okay, so limit 3x plus 2 as x approaches -2 and -3, sorry. As x
All right.
approaches -3.
Look at this now. X is going towards negative 3. So if it's not because of time, I'm even thinking of something, maybe I'll do that later. So this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. As x approaches minus 3, just find the limit. Let's say this is it. Okay, it's a linear graph. As it approaches minus 3, let's take it this way. So find the limit as it approaches this minus 3. So this could be gotten from these two. So they have some techniques to do it, but just to know the normal way. I think many of us are just reading an exam, or some of you are not even in the department that teaching mathematics. So x to minus 3. That's now replacement method again. 3 times minus 3. You know x is minus 3. 3 times x. That is 3 times minus 3 plus 2. 3 times minus 3 gives me minus 9 plus 2. Minus 9 plus 2 gives minus 7. So that is done. If you're not getting it, please quickly show with a sticker. I don't like a situation where we finish everything. You say, please come back. Why I don't understand. Show with a sticker straight away if you do not get anything. The next one, please, John.
Please, please come again, please.
I said limit 3x to 2 as it approaches. Find the limit of 3x to 2 as it approaches minus. So 3 times, you're going to use the replacement theorem. 3 times, what is x? Just take the value of x. The value of x is minus 3. That's 3 times minus 3 plus 2. So 3 times minus 3 plus 2. 3 times minus 3 is minus 9 plus 2. That gives minus 7. That's what we did. So the next one, please. Joy, the next one.
Sorry, I was muted. Limit 1 minus x square as x approaches 1.
Yeah, I got some messages over it.
1 minus x square as x approaches 1.
Person said this one
Can you hear
now. Is it
me?
that I'm hearing you have written it out at the board? Like, is the question right or wrong? But if these are the process, just accept it for them. This one is going to give us 0 up there. So just take it for them. Now, just take 1 minus, what is the limit? What is the x? Limit x to 1. So it's going to be 1 squared. 1 minus 1 squared is 1. 1. So 1 minus 1 gives 0. So the limit is 0. That means the limit does not exist. That means the limit does not exist. That is the meaning. You was not together. That means the limit does not exist. This is the meaning. So somebody was telling me, would it not be 1 minus x squared over 1 minus x or 1 plus x? It could be, but this is the question given to you right here. So if it was limit x to 1, everyone learn from this. 1 minus x squared over 1 plus x or 1 minus x. You can mute your mic, please. Do this at the moment. So what we have is this. Limit x to 1 for 1 minus x squared and 1 minus over 1 minus x. So if you do like this, like if you come here now and say 1 minus x squared over 1 minus, what is x? 1. This one will give you a problem. This is 1 minus x squared over 0, and that gives you infinity. Anything divided by 0 gives infinity. What do you do? That's why you come and use the factorization theorem. So you factorize first. Limit x to 1. 1 minus x squared. You can see this is an algebraic expression, right? It's a quadratic expression, rather. X is having the power of 2, so it makes it quadratic. So simplify, that's factorize this one. How do you factorize 1 minus x squared? That's difference of 2 squares. 1 minus x squared is going to be 1 plus x times 1 minus x. This is the factorization. Do that. 1 minus x times 1 plus x. And 1 plus x times 1 minus x. Associated with 1 minus x. Right? So 1 minus x cancels 1 minus x. So what you're left with is this limit x to 1, 1 plus x. Right? So yeah, you can continue your work. This is 1 plus, what is x? 1, 1 plus 1. So the limit gives 2. Therefore, limit of x to 1 from 1 minus x squared over 1 minus x gives 2. So I believe some of you know about this. I want to talk too much about it. It should just be another. So the next one, Joy, please.
Limit negative x squared plus minus 2 as x approaches 2. Negative x squared minus x squared plus x minus 2.
Negative x squared minus x squared. Okay, minus x squared plus.
Plus x. Minus x squared plus x minus 2.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
so limit, yeah, I can hear you. I've written it out. Thank you. So limit x to
As x approaches,
sure. So as x approaches 2. So I have limit minus x squared plus x minus 2. So now take the value of 2. So that's minus 2 raised to the power of 2, right? Just normal replacement method is polynomial. Normal replacement method or binomial. Plus, what is x? 2 again? Minus 2. 2 minus 2 gives 0. The answer is minus 4. Minus 4. Is there anyone that doesn't get what happened here? If you have any question, please kindly ask about what I did just now. Let's hear your question if you have one. Okay, no question
I
then.
got
The next one.
I got positive 4.
It won't be 4 because the minus is not enclosed in a bracket before squared. This is not what you asked to do. This is what you have to do. Do you note them? Do you know there's a difference between them? Joy, are you with me?
What's the difference? What's the difference? For me too, I got positive 4. What's the difference, please?
The
Just
difference
remind
is
us.
that that negative is not enclosed in a bracket before squared. Listen, this is minus x. If this minus x was inside this bracket and the square is put upon it, then it's going to be 4. Abi, that's minus 2 raised to the power of 2. This gives 4. Is that not so? But look at this. Minus
Yeah.
x squared equals minus 2 squared. Because it's not inside the bracket, if there was a bracket here now, definitely they won't even put minus. It will be x squared. I'm telling you. So this is exactly what they expect you to do.
But all the values are inside bracket too. Like the value they gave to us. Abi,
Check the question and Joy. Sure, you are the one reading it. Are
it's
they inside
inside
the bracket?
bracket. Like all the whole question is inside brackets.
So that
If
we
Everything.
there was a
explain.
bracket,
What's
they are
this?
going to give you x squared apparently straight away. They are given, what do you say?
All the question are inside the one bracket. Everything. Like open bracket minus x square plus x minus 4 close bracket. I can't hear anything. No, is it my network?
Is this network, I guess. I can't hear too. Is this network?
It's not your network. Me too, I'm not hearing anything. It's just there.
Hello, Joy. Please check the chat. I asked a question.
Yeah, Joy, please. All these questions, where are you getting them from? Because me, I don't know. I don't know where you're seeing them from.
It was sent to the platform, WhatsApp platform, for us to do as an assignment. We should work on it.
Okay, I'll go back and check.
All right. All right. I'm back, everyone. So, Miss Abigail, Miss Joy, what I'm telling you is that that thing was not in a bracket. It was not in a bracket. If it was in a bracket like this, minus x squared, this is where you write minus 2 squared. But this one you have here is minus x squared. That is minus 2 squared. It is just normal perspective. Now look at it. Normal thing. It's
Okay,
just
please, Ali.
normal
My
thing.
question is, since
Okay.
it's not in the bracket, when you want to do the calculation, means you will just do 2 times 2, then you 4. You now add the minus sign, or
Negative.
how will you?
That's it. You add the negative sign before it. That's
Okay,
it.
thank you.
What's the next question, please? Let's quickly end it, please. What's the next question? Because I don't even know if it's just 4 people or 3 people that are listening.
Limit root x plus 1 as x approaches 3.
X approaches.
Root 3 root x plus 1.
Okay, now look at this. This is just replace x by 3 or with 3. That is what? 3 plus 1. root 4 equals to square root of 4 equals to 2. That's done. The next one,
Limit 3 root x plus 4 as x approaches 4.
so that is what? 3 root x plus 4. That is, x is what? 4 plus 4. This is 3 root 8. This is going to give me 3 times 2 root 2. This is 6 root 2. That's 6 times 1.4. This is going to give me, Oh yeah, okay. Stop here, please. 3 root 8. So do the normal sort form to it. 3 root 8, that's 3 times 2 root 2. That's 6 root 2. So this is the answer to this one. Stop it here. So the next one, please.
Please, come.
Please also,
You calm
Saeed,
down.
abeg, no
This
vex.
one,
Please come again. This
just help us
sort
to
form you
explain
use,
it.
this 2 root 2, is there
How
any
you
other way
broke
it
it
can be
down?
done?
This is it. This is root 8.
I don't understand that 3 root 8, sir.
This is root 8. Root 8 equals to root 4 times 2. Do you agree with me? This is the law of sort. This is
Yes.
law of sort. So root 8 equals to root 4 times root 2. Part of the laws of sort, you can split it now. That root 4 times root 2. Abi,
Yes.
just believe me. So what is square root of 4? That is 2 times square root of 2. So the answer is 2 root 2. This is how I got my 2 root 2. So that's 3 times 2 root 2. So 12 of 8 is going to be 2 root 2. Did that answer your question? No, yes, not yet.
Yes. I was just asking, apart from this sort form, is there any other way to do it apart from this sort form?
All right, no. Unless you just find the square root of 8. Maybe you just find the square root of 8 straight away. That's going to be 2.8 something. Maybe 2.83, square root of 8. And you do it. Unless you find the square root of 8 straight away. So if you're not writing it in decimal form, this is what you are going to establish in 6 root 2. The next one is Miss Joy, the next thing.
Limit 2 over x plus 2. Limit 2 over x plus 2 as x approaches negative 3.
Lie.
Please, if you're not talking, mute
X
yourself. The thing is
over
echoing.
x plus 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please?
He is coming.
So I have 2 over x plus 2. So 2, this is now just normal replacement method. There are still so many things to cover under this thing, to be sincere. But the way you guys do class are it's making me really getting fed up easily, very fast these days. Commanding the student, I'll just be thinking I have other things to do. Because the response, there will not be response, stuff like that. It makes me get tired. There are so many things you didn't even cover the limits, loss of limits, continuity, and so this x is minus 3.
Darling, you're responding now.
So 2 over minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. So 2 over minus 1 is minus 2. So so the next one, please.
Limit 3x minus 1 over 2x minus 1 as x approaches minus 2.
Minus 2. 3x minus 1 over
3x
2x
minus
minus
1, 2x minus 1 as x approaches minus 2.
So now just do the normal thing again, normal replacement. There is no even right stuff there. This is 3 times minus 2 minus 1 over 2 times minus 2 minus 1. Very simple. 3 times minus 2, minus 6, minus 1, over 2 times minus 2, minus 5, minus 1. So this is minus 6 minus 1 gives me minus 7 over minus 5 minus 1 gives me minus 6. Minus cancels minus. I have 7 over 6. Any question? Straight away, any question? Okay. What's the next one? The next one, please. Are we not done? This Joy never finish.
Sorry, I
Okay, I'm
mean,
just hearing
you
your
said
voice.
you said two times minus two is five minus one.
I'm not speaking. 2 times.
Yeah, you said minus two.
Okay. 2
You
times
said
minus
minus
2.
five
Thank you
minus
very much.
four.
So this is 5. So it's going to be 7 over 5. 1 over 2 over 5. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Miss Joy, are we done?
Okay. Limit 4x minus 5 over 3 minus x as x approaches minus 1. 4x minus 5 over 3 minus x as x approaches minus 1.
Now I've written it down. The normal replacement method is 4 times minus 1 minus 5 over 3 times minus 1. 3 minus 1. Rather. 4 times minus 1 gives minus 4 minus 5 over 3 minus 1 becomes 3 plus 1. Minus 4 minus 5 is minus 9 over 4. So this is minus 2 whole over 1 over 4. That's the limit as x approaches as x approaches minus 1. You just leave them. Oh, Jesus.
Please, what's your final solution?
Minus 2 over 1 over 4. That is minus 9 over 4.
Okay.
4 times minus 1 minus 5
This
over
one.
3 minus 1. So minus 4 minus 5 is minus 9. 3 plus 1 is 4. That's minus 9 over 4. Do we still have more?
Yes, I got that.
Next one.
Limit 5x over x plus 2 as x approaches 7. 5x over x plus 2 as x approaches 7.
So this is 5 times 7, right? Over 7 plus 2. This is 5 times 7 gives me 35 over 7 plus 2 gives me 11. So this is going to give me 3.21 something. So that's the limit gotten straight away. Any question, everyone? Any question, everyone? I'm going to end it here. I think we've achieved one or two things.
Sorry, you said 7 plus 2 equals 11.
It's supposed to be 9, sir, not
11. See, all of the above, all of the above. When something like this,
Said,
of course.
Shekos Isha, Said, Kilode.
I know best, Jerry. I know best.
I'm very sorry, sir, please.
Anything we do now,
Okay.
beg, no verse.
We do. I mean, no verse.
Any question? No, like any question for what? Is Abigail? Any question?
Ali, your mood is even affecting us, sef. Please, you calm down. Please, can you pour more light in this the previous question before this last one you just saw? Please.
Hi. She lights. 4x minus 5 over. Is it this 4x minus 5 over 3 minus 6?
That
Are you
4x
talking about?
minus 5. Yes, yes. Is that one?
So I said it says limit of 4x as it approaches minus 1. So 4x minus 5 over 3 minus x, limit x to minus 1, right? That's 4 times x That's 4 times minus 1. X is minus 1 originally. So 4 times minus 1 minus 5 over 3 minus x. 3 minus what is x? Minus 1. So 4 times minus 1 gives me minus 4. And minus 5 being minus 5 over 3. Minus times minus gives me this plus. And 1 stands as 1. I have minus 4 minus 5, which gives minus 9. And 3 plus 1, which gives 4. So what I have here now is minus 9 over 4. I just broke it into mixed fraction. It is minus 2 whole number 1 over 4. Did I explain myself now? I love him. They play. So are we good? Any question from anyone else? Any question from anyone else?
It's just two that remain for it to finish.
No, Nadra, we've done too much already. We've solved too much. I hope to be available tomorrow. So we'll be able to continue because we don't lag behind than we want the way I planned. So I wish everyone
Okay.
the best. Thank you very much.
Thank
I'll,
you.
I'll drop
Thank
some.
you.
Thank you, Said. God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Ali, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ali.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
God bless you. God bless you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Oh. Oga Kingsmith, good evening, especially.